Keep a few showers in the forecast tomorrow, even into Monday, with a spotty shower. Temperatures early next week right around 70 degrees. Back over to you.
All right, Scott. So there are folks when they go out to the bar, they order beer because it's what they know, it's what they love, and they know exactly what it's going to be. Then there's some other people that when they go to the bar, they might order some wine. They know what they like. You know, you either like reds or you either like whites. So they just go for that one.
This morning, we're trying to help everyone, all right? We're talking wine for beer lovers to try and help people who like a good brew, like myself, but don't really know that much about wine as well. So we're going to learn. Joining us, Joe Roberts, wine aficionado. It's a good title, right?
I love it.
Good morning.
Best job ever.
Well, we love it. Gosh, I'm going to get a job like that. We'll start with Pennsylvania beers, and let's pick California wines.
Yep, that's what we've got. And, you know, you're never going to get a wine that tastes exactly like a beer because they're made from completely different materials here for the most part, grapes and grain. But there are markers in each that kind of correspond to another, so you can get pretty close. If there's things you like about one, you're more likely to like some of the wines that have some of those aspects to them.
Okay.
So I'm starting out over here with, if you're a Pilsner person, and a lot of people are, it's a usually popular beer. He's going right in. Sauvignon Blanc is a really good choice. So when you think about Pilsner, you've got refreshing, you've got crisp, explosive aromatically. And all those things actually correspond exactly to how most Sauvignon Blanc is made. And you also actually get a few things that are similar, some pepper aromas, a lot of florals, a little bit of fruitiness.
I get it. Let's see the comparison. I would do. So I'm not a big wine drinker.
But it works,
I can do that.
Yeah, it works. There's some similarities there.
All right, I'm going to go in for the next one. So what's our next beer?
IPA, India Pale Ale. We got that from Victory, Hop Devil, and I've got the Calling Pinot Noir there from Russian River Valley in California. So when you think about the hoppiness, right, you get a lot of fruit. You get a little more body than you would in a Pilsner, but you also get spice, a lot of spiciness. And that is exactly what Pinot Noir delivers. It's not going to be the same type of fruits. We're talking red, berries, and things like that. But the spices are there. There's tea, there's pepper, a little bit of oak spice. And that's the thing I think that can draw you in if you're a fan of IPAs.
Now, Karen, you like beer and wine, but do you see the comparison? Is it good? You see how it would translate?
I get the whole spice, that comparison with the spice. I do get that. So that's... You're clever. You're on something.
You know, I've been writing about it for a long time on my website, onewinedude.com, because I loved beer before I got into wine. So this is like my dream segment.
The stouts and the darker beers can be tough. They have a really distinct taste.
They're robust, and that's the thing. You've got darker fruits, darker spices like baking spices, cloves, nutmeg, that kind of thing. So they also give you more body, typically like you got a heavier thing on your palate. And, yeah, exactly.
More body.
But they're smooth. They go down really silky.
So this is more like a Guinness or something?
She passed it along, so
exactly.
she's not
I like a Guinness.
Thing. But the deal there is, I've just described California Cabernet Sauvignon. Right? Broad, smooth, a heavier palate, baking spices, notes of chocolate. So this is one of the closest. This is one of the closest matches you're likely to get, I think, in the beer and wine world.
So this essentially, and let's be honest, you're out at parties and things, grabbing the glass of wine, or a lot of places may not have the beers. So this is kind of helping people out who maybe haven't, evolved to the point where we understand the wine. People like me.
Absolutely, and it's football season, right? So you're going to want to go in ready for beer. You may not have that option. These are great substitutes.
Awesome. Thank you.
Fair
That was
enough.
amazing. Good suggestions. I appreciate it. I think with wine, it's whatever you like.